Yeah, greetings, program.
Hey guys, welcome to the Hyperspace Vault. Dave and Alex here, and today we're going to be looking at these new Diamond Select Tron figures. We have Flynn and Sark, and these just came out like a week or so ago, and they're only available at Walgreens. So if you're looking to pick these figures up, check out Walgreens drugstore, and they should have them in stock. Now, a lot of people are having trouble finding. They made a Tron, a Flynn, and a Sark, so a lot of people are having trouble finding all three. And our store, we got lucky they had all three in stock. And so I think from what I'm hearing on the internet, Flynn is the hardest to come by. So we're going to do an unboxing and open both of these in this video. And we're also going to compare it to, we already have a Tron figure. Now this is the older Tron figure from the Kingdom of Hearts release. And we picked this up at GameStop when they had their $5 action figure sale. So this was in a multi-pack with a another Kingdom of Hearts character. Not sure what that character was, but I think the new figures have a little more articulation than this figure. So we're going to do a little comparison and see how the older Tron figure compares to these new Tron figures.
Yeah, I can't wait to get these guys out of the package, especially because all of the paint app and all the detailing that I can already see just makes me excited for what we're gonna get when we unbox them.
Okay, first up we have Sark, and before we open him up, we're going to give you a closer look at the packaging. I really like this packaging. I mean, look at the Tron logo at the bottom. I just love that. That's the classic Tron look from 1982. There's plenty of windows on all of the boxing. And then on the back you have another classic image from Tron. And just a little description on the back. So really well packaged. I really like the packaging on these Diamond Select Tron figures. Okay, here is a look at the figure out of the box, but still in the blister pack. You get two accessories, the data disc and there's a base, which we didn't even notice until we pulled this out. So these figures come with a display base, so that's really nice. All right, we got Sark out of the box, and he looks really good. I really like this figure. He comes with we got him mounted on the stand. No problems mounting him on the stand, but unfortunately his hands are not molded to hold the disc. So you can't hold him or pose him with the disc in one hand. It just, falls right through his hand. So, unfortunately, you can't really do a lot of like dynamic posing with like him, like in action, throwing the disc and stuff. So I got him mounted up here, and he's holding the disc, and the disc is just kind of hanging there in his hand, so just barely hanging in. But you can mount the disc on his back. There is a peg on the disc, and there's a hole on his back, so you can put the disc right on his back.
Yeah, that is cool, because on the Diamond Select Kingdom of Hearts Tron, the disc on his is already mounted onto his back, and you cannot take it off. It's molded onto his back, which is not good.
So here's a quick comparison to the Tron.
Sark is just a little bit taller.
Yeah, Sark is bigger, so
I don't know if that's just because they decided to make them bigger in the new versions, or if it's just that Tron is supposed to be smaller than him in Tron lore.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. We'll have to do a final comparison when we get Flynn out, because Tron does look really small, like he's like 6-inch scale, and Sark is like 7-inch scale or something.
Yeah, but to be honest, guys, Sark is kind of giving me the creeps because how well they did on the face sculpt. It looks like it's a real person, but just like got like shrunk. So he's kind of giving me the creeps there.
Yeah, the face sculpt looks really good, and they did kind of like the pale paint on the skin, which is screen accurate for the Tron characters.
And you guys you guys can't see it on camera, but if you look closely, if you look closely and you put a light up to the face, it kind of looks like it's glowing purple.
Yeah, and I don't know if it comes across on camera or not, but
I don't think it does.
This helmet here is a little bit off. It's a little bent on the front here. And it's a little bit off on that side. So we get to focus.
Oh, yeah.
And the paint app there didn't go all the way across. There's a split in the paint app right there. So, but overall, these are nice figures. There is some rough spots on them, where molding lines and stuff. But they can be cleaned up pretty good, pretty easy. You can kind of clean off these little burrs and stuff that are on the sides of the plastic. Now, as far as articulation, he has an elbow joint.
Double jointed.
Yeah, double joint elbow, and you have a bicep swivel. There is a hinge, rotation and hinge on the hands, so you can flex the hands in. You have abdominal crunch, up and down and side to side. And the legs, they do have a thigh swivel, but this figure is really tight and is not turned. There it goes.
Yes.
And we have double jointed knees. So a really nice articulation. Got swivel hinge on the feet, but there is a little rocker rotation on the ankles.
Also, in complete articulation points, this figure and the Flynn figure and the Tron figure, all three of them, I believe, have 16 points of articulation.
And the head goes side to side. There's no, with the headgear, there's no up and down movement really.
Yeah. It does do some little up and down, but it's not really meant to because of how bad the helmet is hindering the head articulation for up and down movement.
So overall, very nice figure and nice paint apps.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Flynn, and we've already got him out of the box, and here is the picture of him in the blister pack. He does come the same accessories, a stand and his identity disc. Okay, we got Flynn out of the box and getting posed up here with his stand. Really nice looking figure. I really like this one. Unfortunately, still got the same problems as Sark. He cannot hold the identity disc in his hand. Just have it sitting up here, and it would just fall right out. So, unfortunately, you can't really pose these in any kind of like disc war battle poses, because it's just really hard to get him to hold on to the disc. Now, real quick, let's take a look at Flynn beside the Kingdom of Hearts Tron. And as you can see, Tron is much smaller. He's more of like a 6-inch figure versus these new Diamond Select Tron figures that look like they're about 7-inch scale. I might get a measuring tape here just to see how tall these actually are. But you see, yeah, so if you already have the Tron figure that came out earlier, yeah, you're going to have to get the new Tron figure to match these other two. But Flynn is nicely done. I mean, look at the helmet details on his helmet.
That. All the paint app and little...
And the face sculpt looks really good. I mean, that's pretty good likeness to Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
From 1982. So, yeah, very nicely done.
I like that little, like, poncho vest thing that he has on. It looks like it's fabric.
Yeah, it's like
plastic.
it's like a softer material that it's real flexible, so it doesn't hinder articulation that much. So you can do a lot of poses, even with this, this tunic type thing on.
It does look like fabric, though.
Now, as far as Flynn's identity disc, getting his to attach to his back is a little harder because you have this, this extra plastic here in the way. So you have to really kind of bear down on it and get it to snap in there to where it stays. Otherwise, it's going to pop right back out.
Maybe you could kind of put the disc like under the vest. Oh, no.
Okay, so as Alex pointed out, yeah, the disc fits better if you pull this out a little bit and then slide the disc under the plastic tunic thing here. So, yeah, that looks really good.
And it does look like fabric when you put that on there. Even more like fabric because you could kind of see kind of like the outline of the rest of the disc. So yeah, I really like these figures, all the detailing on it, and they're just really cool.
Yeah, really nicely done. I really like them. That nice articulation. I'm not going to get an articulation in this figure because it's the same as Sark. So
yeah,
yeah, really nicely done. Now the head of Flynn does have some up and down movement, and side to side, whereas Sark doesn't have any up and down movement because of his headgear. So now we might have to pick up Tron to complete this set because the Tron we have is just it's a different scale, so it doesn't really fit in with these figures like I thought it would. Alright, I saw on Instagram where if you have a UV light that these figures actually glow, or at least they showed Zark glowing. So we're going to try that out now in this little experiment and see if it'll work. So we're going to kill the lights.
oh wow, it's super dark.
It's dark. And yeah, he actually does, his red does light up, even though I don't think the camera's picking this up.
Yeah,
But his red does glow. Let's get in.
We'll post a picture on Instagram of this if it does show up on
Let's get a
picture
closer
camera.
look and see if you can tell.
That is
Yeah, it's
cool.
still not really showing up on camera, but it does look really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Now Flynn,
Flynn, it doesn't really work.
yeah, it doesn't work on the blue. I don't know if it's because this UV light is blue, but yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, he's not glowing. His blue is not glowing at all, but Sark does glow, so that's really cool.
That's cool. I like that.
All right, Alex, how do you rate these figures? Let's rate them as a group, as both figures together.
I think on a scale from 1 to 10, I think I'll give these figures both a 10 because they're so good. Like the face. Do you think they use the printing technology for the faces?
I don't know.
Because
I'm not sure.
It kind of looks like they did on Sark, at least, because Sark looks really good. Diamond Selects, it's worth doing all the effort because you're just making Tron fans and sci-fi fans and YouTubers like me and Dave all around the world happy with these figures. So that's why I give both of these figures 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I just want to say it's so nice to see actual Tron action figures, like collectible figures of this size, come out, because there's just hasn't been anything from this movie or another classic Disney movie, The Black Hole, which I think Diamond Select is working on some Black Hole figures too, so that'll be really exciting to see those also.
Oh yeah.
But when hopefully this line will do good, and they'll maybe do another wave with like the Red Guard, and maybe we'll get a Ram figure. Or the female character, I can't remember her name, Sori, I think, or something close to that. Maybe we'll get that figure too. So that would be really nice to get some additional characters from this movie in these action figures, because they did a really good job. I'm going to rate these figures 4 out of 5 stars. I am going to take a star off for the hands not being molded to hold the discs. I would have liked to really pose these up with a disc in their hand in some action poses. But it's just not possible because the disc just will not, their hands are just not molded to hold the disc. So other than that, I really like these figures. I really like the packaging. The nice Tron artwork on the packaging is really good. The figures, the paint app on the figures is excellent, with the like little circuit board lights and lines and stuff through the figures. So they are a little rough on the edges with the plastic moldings and stuff, but that can be easily cleaned up. But overall, nice articulation and very nice figures. Alright guys, this wraps up this video. Thank you for watching and sticking around with us, and hopefully you can put a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think about these new Tron figures that are pretty awesome. I'm so glad to see stuff come out for Tron. So Alex, take us out.
End of line.